Genesis, the first book of the Bible, is the bedrock of Judeo-Christian tradition. It sets the stage for a narrative that has shaped history, influencing countless cultures, laws, and moral systems. This ancient text, composed between the 6th and 5th centuries BCE, remains a cornerstone of faith and philosophical inquiry. It introduces us to a world freshly spun from the divine words of a singular, omnipotent creator. Here are the origins of the earth and sky, light and dark, land and sea, and all living creatures. Genesis confronts the reader with themes of temptation, sin, redemption, and the complex relationship between humanity and the divine. Through its narratives, Genesis explores the responsibilities of power and the consequences of moral decisions. As we delve into Genesis, we uncover the origins of humanity and the enduring lessons that inform our contemporary existence. The creation story in Genesis is a magnificent 7-day symphony of divine action. On the first day, God's voice pierces the void. Let there be light, defining day and night. On the second day, the divine focus shifts to the firmament, the sky that separates the waters above from those below. By the third day, dry land emerges adorned with vegetation. The celestial bodies come into being on the fourth day, with the creation of the sun, moon, and stars. On the fifth and sixth days, the waters and the land are populated with creatures, culminating with the creation of humanity. The seventh day is a divine rest, a cessation that sanctifies the entire creation process. Adam and Eve's story begins with the formation of man from the dust of the ground, breathed into life by the divine breath. Placed in the Garden of Eden, Adam is given a command to tend and keep this garden. Eve is created from Adam's rib, signifying an intrinsic bond between them. Eden is depicted as a place of perfect harmony, where humans and nature exist in close communion. The presence of the tree of knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life underscores the moral dimensions of human existence. The serpent's entry into this paradise brings the first hint of discord. Eve's decision to eat the fruit, and Adam's to follow, marks a loss of innocence, but also the beginning of human self-awareness and moral understanding. The narrative of temptation and fall in the Garden of Eden is among the most iconic in Genesis. The serpent's role as tempter introduces the complex interplay of free will and temptation. The dialogue between Eve and the serpent is charged with manipulation and curiosity. Eve's decision to eat the forbidden fruit, followed by Adam, reflects the quest for knowledge and autonomy. This act symbolizes a break from divine dependency, an assertion of individual agency. However, this newfound autonomy comes at a cost, introducing pain, labor, and mortality into human experience. Adam and Eve are expelled from Eden, marking the beginning of human history as a journey. This story sets the stage for the rest of Genesis, where human characters grapple with these themes. After their expulsion from Eden, Adam and Eve face a radically altered world. No longer sheltered by the divine garden, they encounter the harsh realities of survival and mortality. Adam's curse to toil and sweat for his sustenance, and Eve's to bear children in pain, highlight the toll of their disobedience. The story of Cain and Abel, the next generation, illustrates the escalating consequences of sin. Jealousy and violence enter the human story, leading to the first fratricide. The transition from Eden's idealism to the world's realism mirrors every individual's journey from innocence to responsibility. Amidst these curses, there are also glimpses of grace and hope. The narrative does not leave Adam and Eve utterly forsaken. They are provided garments of skins, a divine act of care and protection. This act suggests a continuing relationship between the divine and humanity, hinting at redemption and the possibility of reconciliation. As generations pass, the world grows increasingly corrupt and violent, prompting a divine intervention, the Great Flood. Noah, a righteous man, becomes the central figure in this narrative of survival and renewal. Noah's selection to build the ark underscores themes of preservation and hope amidst judgment. The ark, filled with pairs of all living creatures, symbolizes a microcosm of the world. The flood itself mirrors the formative acts of creation, suggesting a divine reset of the world's moral compass. The cessation of the rain and the receding of the waters mark a new covenant between God and humanity, symbolized by the rainbow. This story extends beyond its ancient origins, speaking to universal concerns about justice, righteousness, and divine oversight in human affairs. In the aftermath of the flood, the narrative shifts to themes of covenant and promise. The rainbow, appearing in the sky as the floodwaters recede, symbolizes this new covenant between God and all living creatures. This promise introduces a foundational concept in biblical theology, the idea of a covenant, a divine commitment to humanity. This covenant with Noah signifies a divine affirmation of life's continuity on earth. It marks a shift from divine retribution to a promise of mercy and patience. The Rainbow Covenant is not just a promise to refrain from destruction, but also a call to live responsibly within the created order. Each time the rainbow appears, it serves as a reminder of these enduring truths. This covenant sets the stage for subsequent stories in Genesis, where the theme of covenant becomes central. The rainbow is a perpetual reminder of ongoing responsibilities and the potential for moral growth and renewal. The story of the Tower of Babel explores themes of human ambition and divine intervention. Humanity, speaking a single language, decides to build a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens. This project symbolizes a profound challenge to divine authority. The divine reaction to scatter the people and confuse their language halts the project. This act of scattering serves as a check on human pride and a catalyst for the diversification of cultures and languages. The confusion of languages at Babel speaks to the challenges of communication and the misunderstandings that lead to conflict. This narrative continues to resonate today, reminding us of the challenges and opportunities that diversity presents. Genesis shifts focus to the stories of the patriarchs and matriarchs who are foundational to the Israelite identity. Abraham and Sarah are central figures, their journey marked by covenant, trials, and promises. Abraham's call to leave his homeland is a profound act of faith and obedience. Sarah embodies perseverance and hope, particularly in the narrative of her long-awaited son, Isaac. The narratives of Isaac, Jacob, and the matriarchs further enrich the tapestry of Genesis. Jacob's transformation from a cunning young man to Israel highlights the transformative power of encounters with the divine. These stories underscore the relationship between human agency and divine providence. The patriarchs and matriarchs are active participants in the divine narrative, grappling with promises, moral dilemmas, and personal failings. The stories of Genesis are dynamic narratives that continue to resonate in contemporary contexts. The themes of creation, fall, judgment, and covenant offer profound insights into the human condition. These stories invite reflection on the relationship between humanity and the divine, the natural world, and each other. In today's world, Genesis provides a foundational perspective on our responsibilities and the consequences of our actions. The concept of stewardship is particularly relevant in discussions about ecological conservation and sustainable living. The narrative of Babel offers valuable lessons on the importance of communication and respect for cultural diversity. Genesis continues to inspire, challenge, and provoke reflection, demonstrating its timeless relevance.